Hey guys, quick thing before I start the actual episode. So my audio was messed up for the first section of this video where I'm talking to Ashton. So sorry if I sound quiet compared to him or if he sounds loud compared to me. So just wanted to give a heads up for the audio for this first section. And then also, sorry for taking so long to get this video out because it's been a while. But I was out of the country for the past 10 days and it just took a while to get back into the groove. So, sorry about that, but I hope you all enjoy, and goodbye. So I'm here back at Ashton's base, and it doesn't seem like he's done too much. Oh, it looks like he's moved his farm over here, and oh look, there's a wild Ashton. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that face. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Ooh, he's got a little bird there. But he's built this little watchtower here, and it's pretty nice. You get a nice view. Yeah, it's just, look at this. It's very minimalistic. It's just, look at that. That is just, it's beautiful. Like, it takes up about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about less than a pixel width. You know, like not even a pixel wide, and yeah, it's just it's marvelous. It's great. It's very compact, space efficient. I just really love the design here. He's he's cutting edge architect. Very proud of him. yeah, I have no idea how this works, and you can destroy the bottom vine, and it still holds up. I don't understand. I like your watchtower here.
Oh yeah, you like that? My
Yeah.
little
How did that happen?
my skill.
Skill.
I'm just such a good gardener that I decided that the laws of physics weren't really out here. I think,
That's crazy.
yeah, you
And
can
so,
just kind of hang out.
oh yeah, it just grew.
Oh, did it just grow?
Yeah.
Oops.
So were
Yeah,
you just
I
destroying leaves and this happened, or what?
Yeah, just chopping trees as one does, and I noticed like I cleared out this area, and then I did some other stuff, and I came back and I noticed I was like, huh,
Yeah,
what's it still doing here?
it's very minimalistic, and it really goes with your whole area here. You know, very minimal. Like no building, and you know,
Leaf.
leaf. Are you
Mine,
asking me
yeah.
to leave, or are you saying that you have leaves?
Leave me alone.
Dude, this is like.
Why you bullying me?
This is like 2012 Minecraft Let's Play.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, what are you gonna build here? I want to know what your plans are. I want to know if I can help you, if I can, just yeah. What's your plans?
I was thinking something like a tourist trap, maybe.
Tourist trap.
Yeah, just like a little village here, maybe like some hot springs or something. I don't
Ooh,
know.
that would be nice.
The whole idea of setting up here was it's like the entrance. I mean, that's like the entrance to the rivers that crisscross through our
Yeah.
jungle.
Yeah,
And so this will be kind of like the stopping point, like, oh, pick up your
yeah,
provisions and
yeah.
da da da, then head on down the river. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm gonna start on that stuff. I think my next project is I'm gonna kind of building a little house up yonder.
I like
Oh, there's a
the
zombie.
texturing on the floor.
Yeah, you like it, very, decided to go hyper detailistic.
I like
Yeah.
how. Oh, you got a zombie villager here. Do you want it? I have tons of boats. If you want me to keep them.
I mean, nah, it's fine. It'll just burn up eventually.
Well, I can put them in this cave back here.
Oh, hold on. Actually, he might be one of my zombies, or one of my villagers. Actually.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
noticed
he has the diamond mastery.
Yeah. Dang it! How they? I thought my enclosure for them was foolproof.
Oh, you just had the bamboo protecting.
Well, yeah, I thought they'd be fine, but I don't know. I just kind of assumed they'd be fine. That being said, there were 4 in here. I'm missing a farmer and... Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
that was nice. That was satisfying. Oh, um, you seem to be missing a hopper.
It's we're still...
I-
It's manual.
I know you can get some iron.
Oh, yeah.
I know someone who has some iron. But this is nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It's satisfying seeing all the wheat just clump up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just super basic.
I myself, I like the manual labor, but not when I do the labor.
Oh, you got some workers? You got some friends?
Yeah, I got a couple workers. Oh,
Some hired help?
Were you coming to look? Were you coming to look?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you. And so if you look to the left there, I have plans.
Plans?
Yeah, so this is...
Go all the way to bottom for a rudimentary skelly farm. Don't drown. Upgrades inbound. Oh.
Just hold shift to go down.
Not here. This is a spider spawn. Skelly is further down. I said go all the way down. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm all the way down, and so
Yeah. Okay, now just stay there.
Yeah, I was told that this is where Skeleton Farmer was.
Mm-hmm.
Is this part of the minimalistic thing?
No, it turned... Well, no, you become the skeleton is what happens.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is just super incredibly basic at the moment. But eventually once you get soul sand and stuff rocking.
Yeah. All these boats are going to be nice for dispensers.
Mm-hmm. I figure the string will also be nice for making...
What string? Oh, for the spider spawn.
Mm-hmm. Once they're linked up. So then, you'll be able to get your bones and your string, and you can make bamboo, and then you can use the string for scaffolding. Probably use that to make like a creeper farm.
Scaffolding?
Oh, look at you. All of a sudden, you're an old school purist.
All of a sudden, I feel like I've always been an old school purist. Dude, like this is the first time I've ever... Okay, no, it's the second time I've ever textured anything, because that bridge on the last server was the first time. And this is the first time I've made like an automated... I'm in the middle of making the automated farm, but it's the first time I've ever done anything like this.
Mm-hmm. I think I did hear you mention that you're gonna have some kind of system to like automatically collect the stuff.
Yes.
Did you ever set that up? Or?
No, not yet. So this episode, I'm gonna finish this area and put more farmers on the other side. And so I think there's a way you can get it to where they drop the wheat. Like if you fill the inventory all the way up with seeds, something like that. I don't remember exactly how it works. But you can get it to where they drop the wheat, and for some reason they have beetroots, and so I need to like filter out all these beetroots. But the idea is they harvest the wheat and leave it on the ground, and then I have a hopper minecart that picks it up.
Yeah.
But did you put water in? Oh, Gary.
Oh yeah, I sent you a little friend.
Thank you. I like that.
Cute.
Yeah, very, very cute. I definitely want to upgrade this. This is subpar. I don't know if it just needs texturing. I like it doesn't look. The shape isn't quite what I want though.
I think you just need some more height. Maybe some windows.
I think height maybe a little bit wider. I had this little gap here, like right here.
Another part of it might be that it just blends in with the floor. Like it's just
maybe it needs the texturing and the color contrast.
Yeah, either make the ground a different material or like the lower 2 layers of the building. So since you're going with the farmer motif, I changed my skin to be more of a farmer enderman.
Oh, whoa! How'd you do that?
What do you mean? Just change my clothes.
But you saw the Enderman head. Like, was there one that was specifically an Enderman farmer?
Yeah.
I like it. Nice. But I do like your Enderman. So I guess we're both farmer boys.
Well, yeah, I figure,
He was
you
a
gotta
farmer
think.
boy. She said,
Farm you later, boy.
"Hey guys, so we got to spend some time with Ashton, and it's nice hearing kind of what he's planning on doing over here. And I like the idea of doing a tourist destination here. I think you call it a tourist trap. So as they're walking along the beach, they get enticed by all his flashy architect. So he's gonna have a little tourist area here, which is really nice because I plan on doing some builds further down the river. So it's gonna be nice having a little point of entry and maybe some storage there, some stores to buy some supplies before we go into the jungle. So that's kind of exciting to hear his game plan. Still not too much building going on there, but hopefully I can get some supplies and help him out with whatever his master plan is. But we talked about the granary here, and so I want to upgrade this granary, and not a huge upgrade, just a little bit bigger. It's a little short and squatty right now, and I want to make the top a little more rounded, and there needs to be a little contrast with the floor here. But before I do that, I want to build a custom tree that goes out in front of the granary here and kind of overhangs the garden. And so I want to build a custom tree to give it a little bit of life here because right now it's just kind of a dead flat platform. There's no life. So I want a tree here, and I want to do the tree before I actually upgrade the granary because I want them to complement one another. I don't want to try to make the granary match. I don't want to try to make the tree match the granary because it's a lot harder to make a tree. So I went and made a custom tree in creative mode so I can make the tree and then match the granary to that. It's a lot easier to texture a blocky square granary than it is to try to make a detailed tree match a building. At least in my opinion, because custom trees are kind of difficult. So I want to do this tree before I do the granary, but that's kind of the game plan for today is getting everything I wanted to get done last episode done this episode. And so that is having a finished granary, having some color and some life around the granary itself, and also finishing the farm. And I actually finished the farm already. And I did that off camera because it's kind of boring just getting villagers together and putting them in the farm. And villagers are very difficult to deal with in the first place. So I wanted to show you guys the completed product. So here we have our 3 villagers on this side, and we have our 2 villagers on this side. And it looks very cluttered. I'm not pleased with the visuals of this. So let me explain what's going on. I know originally I had the 2 villagers here in the same kind of farmland area, but I ran into some difficulties. So the way that auto farming works with villagers is you have to completely fill up their inventory with seeds. So each villager you have to throw 8 stacks of seeds to. So each one of these villagers I had to give 8 stacks of seed to. So that's what 5. That's about 40 stacks of seeds that I had to go that I had to get. So it was kind of a lot. But you fill their inventory with seeds, and so every time they harvest the wheat, their inventory is full of seeds. So the wheat just stays on the ground, and then that way a hopper minecart can go under the entire farm and pick up any of the wheat that is left on the ground. But what ends up happening when you have 2 villagers in the same farmland, they try to trade wheat with one another. So they stop farming and they try to trade with each other. So I had to put a fence in the middle and put these leaves here because with them being able to see each other over the fence, they would just start throwing wheat at the fence back and forth. So I had to put a barrier here and make it to where they couldn't even see each other. So put the leaves here. And that way they're spending their time farming and they're leaving the wheat on the ground. And secondly, I had these trap doors around the composter. And since these guys have to keep their inventory full of seeds, I can't have them putting seeds in the composter. So you put 8 trap doors around the composter, That way they can still farm the blocks here. So what they do is they can stand. So I can actually reach under a trapdoor, but they can't. So they can get right at the edge here, and they can still harvest the wheat around the composter, but they can't make it to the composter to put the seeds in. So that way their inventory is remaining full of seeds and they're leaving the wheat on the ground. Let me see if I can. Look, here we go. So I have the wheat here, and there's a hopper minecart that should come around. Oh, look, see, that disappeared. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that wheat just disappeared from the hopper minecart. This one should, yep, there it goes. It just disappeared. So we have a hopper minecart going under all of this. Let me show you guys. We have one right here going under all this, collecting all the dropped items, and then it goes over these hoppers. And so the rate is, as this minecart goes over the hopper, it can drop one item per hopper because it's going so fast. So it only does one item per hopper. But this is 10 hoppers here and then 8 hoppers here. And that's enough to collect all the items in the hopper minecart. On average, it gets less than 8 or less items per cycle. And so you can see here that we have a pretty full inventory. It's not super fast because this is probably about 8 hours, 7 hours worth of just AFK. I'll leave my computer running while I go into town, and this just slowly builds up. And it is a good amount. It's not a small amount, but it's not like crazy numbers. But it gets the job done. And what's really nice about this is that it's right beside the base. And so as I'm just doing other things, this is slowly accumulating wheat. And it also has a visual functionality. It makes this whole area look lively. So it's not some industrial, like 10 module. I know a lot of people will do like kind of a sandwich style, and they'll just stack multiple levels of farms of auto farmers. So it gives it a visual appeal to it. It's not super efficient. I'm going more so for visuals, even though it doesn't look visually appealing as of now. But I do plan on upgrading that. So this is slowly but surely collecting items, and the next step is going to be getting a comparator to see whenever this chest is full, or getting a dispenser. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but having it to where it dispenses items into the granary, which is right above us right here. So it's going to go into some water elevator and then go up into the granary here, and then have some more hoppers that and some filters to filter out the wheat and the seeds, but have some sort of system that puts the wheat and the seeds in the granary. So that is for a future episode, because I need some comparators to check whenever there's items in here, and I don't want to go into the nether yet to get nether quartz. So as of now, I'm just putting it in those double chests. I may increase the storage system there. But yeah, that's for next episode. But in terms of functionality, this is completely up and running. And another thing is these don't look great, these composters with the trapdoors, but I functionally have to have them. So I think I'm going to do something like this, where I fill the composter up, I put a fence above it to make it look like a tree trunk, and then I put some leaves above the trap doors to make it look like maybe there's a potted tree in the middle of the farm here, which I mean it doesn't look great, but it looks better than this, I think. Like that doesn't look great, but I think it looks better than just floating trap doors. So I think I'm going to do something like this. This isn't the final product. I mean, I just kind of slapped some leaves there. So I may tinker with this a little bit. But yeah, functionally, it's running well. Just some visuals need to be updated. But I am going to build this palm tree, this custom tree that I made. And, oh no. Yeah, I'm going to build the custom tree here, and then we can start working on texturing and upgrading this granary, and actually have a place to store all of my food, because it's getting messy. I have all these chests. This is just all my green stuff, anything that is like biotic material, and then I have some more stuff here, and it's getting kind of messy. I need some actual storage. So I'm hoping the granary will help that out. So yeah, let's go ahead and build this tree, and I hope you guys like it. Alrighty guys, so this tree is wrapped up, and I wanted to show you something. So I ended up putting a spore blossom in the middle of the tree, and so it's hidden, so you can't see it. The pink spore does not go with a palm tree like this, but I really like the particle effect that it does. Look at this. So as you're walking under this tree going into the garden area, you're getting this feeling that you just have, I don't know, it's just green in the air just from the leaves here. So I really like the spore blossoms, and it's nice and tucked away. So let me see if you can see it from over here. I mean, you can kind of see it, but not really. And once we do our final part, it should be hidden even more. So let's make a couple bricks, and I'm doing the auto crafting. So that's kind of sad that I'm doing the template here, but oh well. So these are going to be our coconuts. So let me jump up here. Alrighty, and so we're going to put one here, one here. Oh no, that's not where I wanted it. Oh no. Okay, one here. Okay, and then where did I put the rest? Hold on, let me try to remember. And by remember, let me look up a picture that I have. Okay, so we have one here, and then I think there's one actually under the spore blossom. I might go ahead and put it there. I don't know how I feel about that. And then I think I had a fifth one on the back side here. Let me see how this looks, because I don't want to put a pot right under the spore blossom. I know that's not going to look good. Okay, so yeah, we got some good looking coconuts. Let me get one more. I'm going to get a couple more just in case I misplace it and have to destroy it again. But let's see how this looks from way back here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. And I think that's pretty good. I might put the other one right here. And boom, there we go. Okay. And so the reason I did these mud brick stairs here is because it's kind of an angle. And if you look at this quote unquote coconut here, the little top of the pot is hidden. It's not in there. And so I kind of like this being visible because it looks like the coconut is just holding on to the tree. And so if you do a staircase like this, you can see half of it. So this half sticks out. Same with this right here. You can see the top of the pot kind of sticking out, and it gives this idea that the base of the coconut is attached to the tree. I didn't do it for all of them because it looked a little weird putting mud bricks in the middle of where the leaves are. So I think if we just do a couple like these two, it gives it the idea, and you can just kind of impose that idea on these as well. Even though I'm not able to do that trick exactly, you can still kind of get the idea with the two that I was able to do that trick with. So really pleased with how it came out, and I think I'm most pleased that I didn't look up a Minecraft tutorial over this, and this is completely original. So really pleased with that aspect of it. And so now that the tree is complete, you can see what I mean by doing the tree first and then the granary. So yeah, this tree is a little big, and so the size of the granary definitely does not compare to the tree. So now that we have the tree in place, it'll be easier for us to make a granary that fits the scale of the tree and then also the style of the tree. So that is the next step, and I need to think of how I want to do the pallets. I'm liking this dripstone, but I think if I do dripstone again on the base, it'll look too much like the coconut tree. I want it to be similar, but I don't want it to be like a replica of the color palette. And I think the mud bricks might be enough of a similarity, but also a difference. So if we do some mud bricks, I'm really hesitant to use dripstone blocks because it's used here. So I'm going to play around with this, and then I think I'm going to hop into... Actually, I'm not going to do a time lapse because it's going to be one of those things where I work on it as I think. So I can't really do a time lapse because it's going to take too long, and I'm going to do little by little. So I'm going to show y'all the finished product, and I'm going to get started on working with the granary. Okay, guys, I went a little overboard. I was watching the edit from earlier, and this little peek of the granary right there. I'm realizing how much I changed. It looks completely different. So I wanted to do a little reveal, and I also wanted to give a shout out to Ashton because I actually didn't know that azalea leaves stayed this green in the desert, but Ashton was the one that showed me that. So wanted to give him a shout out. I went ahead and fixed all these little shrubs here to where it looks like trees and not just a compost or a trapdoors on top. But let me show you guys what all I have done for this granary. It is a lot different. It's way bigger. I went and I moved it out 1 block. So what in the world? So it's 1 block wider here, and it goes all the way to the edge. And it's pretty close to the palm tree here, but I think that makes a really big difference. It gives it a lot more volume, just going 1 more block out. And I didn't make it any longer, so I didn't come this way any, but it's not like crazy in terms of the detail. All I did, honestly, I spent so much time just trying to figure out how I wanted to do this, and then my wife was eventually gave me the idea, why don't you just do something that's not made out of sand? And so I went with this orange terracotta, and I kept trying to make a sandstone building and then add color to it, and I was just drawing a blank. I could not think of anything. So now what I did is I did an orange terracotta building with some orange sandstone around the entrance, but with some sandstone as a highlight color and highlight block here. And then all the trapdoors are in the fences is just to add some depth to the building. It's not a very detailed building, so I figured if I just put trapdoors and fences and signs, it adds like some noise to the actual build, and it draws your attention away from how bland the build actually is. So nothing too fancy. It's a double domed. So I looked up some pictures of like ancient Egyptian granaries, and I kept getting this picture of a rectangle building and then just a dome on the top. So I did that. It just kind of inspired this build. So it's just a rectangle base and then a double dome on the top, and have some leaves because it's the granary. So this is where all the greenery is going to be, and boom. So this is actually, I'll start in the back. This is where all the wheat is going to come from down below. So I have it set up, but there's no water yet because I don't have soul sand and I don't have the comparators for the filter down at the bottom. But what will happen is water will come up here, and then it'll flow into the hopper, and then it'll fill the bottom chest first. It prioritizes the bottom chest. And I just manually moved the wheat into here and made some hay bales. But it'll fill this up, and then this side is the seeds. So same concept. We'll have water coming up from right here. It'll come up from down there. And once that's set up, it goes into this hopper, and it prioritizes the bottom again, and I manually fill this up. But this side is a little bit different. So on this side, let's see if I can get up here, I have a second hopper here. So what's going to happen is water is going to come up and then flow over these hoppers, and it's going to go into this hopper first. So it's going to fill up these 2 chests with seeds first. So then this hopper is going to get the seeds when these hoppers and these chests are full. And so what this is going to be is this is our overflow. This is going to be our hopper into a composter, and then you can't quite see it, but there's another hopper under this composter there's another hopper that goes into this chest. So just to show you an example, I can take some wheat seeds here, and then if I go right here, oh, good thing I checked there. So if I put wheat seeds there, the wheat seeds are going to go into this composter, and then we'll see another bone meal add up here. Just wait for it. There we go, one more bone meal. So this is just our overflow system for the seeds. I don't think we'll need an overflow system for the wheat because there's way more seeds than there is wheat. So I'm not worried about the wheat. But the seeds, it just becomes too much. And so I have an overflow system. And then down below in the basement where these will be coming from. Oh, that one in the hopper. I'm going to have filters for hay and filters for seeds. And then I may have another filter. Or not a filter. Everything that doesn't go through the seed and the wheat filter is probably going to get burned. Just in the off chance for stuff like what I just did. I just dropped sandstone down in the hopper. I don't want stuff like that to eventually clog up the system. So anything that's not wheat or seeds that gets into the system is just going to be burned. So I have to hope that I don't drop any of my diamond tools into the farm area. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably shouldn't burn everything. I'll probably just have an overload chest because I doubt much is going to go in there. But this is the seeds, this is the wheat, and then this is the bone meal overflow. And in here I have some hay bales around where the wheat's going to be, just to indicate that the hay's going to be here and the wheat's going to be here. I have some glowberries hanging from the ceilings just to add some life and color. Unlike the vines, the basic vines, the glowberries don't lose their color, so they stay a really vibrant green, which I really like. I went ahead and put some vines in here anyways, even though they lose the color, but I really like the glowberries for that. And if you put bone meal on the berry, so if I take that off, if I put bone meal on the berry, I automatically get another berry. So most of these vines had like maybe one berry on it, and so I put bone meal to finish them up. So it gives it more color, more light. Really like all the glowberries. And this is where all my wood is going to be. So if you notice, I have little pots indicating what kind of wood is in each barrel. So here I have my wood, jungle wood, and anything related to jungle. So the jungle leaves are in here as well, jungle saplings, anything made out of jungle wood is in this box. Same with here, obviously, this is a mangrove. So I have my mangrove stuff, anything related to mangrove. I even have the muddy roots and the just regular roots. I have bamboo, I have oak, and then this one's to be determined. I don't have anything here yet. But I just left it here because there's an empty space, and it filled that empty space pretty nice. But yeah, I really like these potted saplings. They look really cool. So it's a nice indicator, and also just makes the place feel like it's alive. Like there's plants growing in here. Some plants aren't doing too well, but that's okay. And then in here, I have a similar thing. A similar sorting style, I guess, where I have all my flowers in here, and then I have anything that I'll show this one last, actually. Disregard that chest. So flowers are in here, and then the spore blossoms as well. This is anything that's aquatic, so anything that is water related but is also like greenery. So if I get any coral or any coral fans, I'll also put those in here. I think that's the only other water greenery is the coral, if you would even consider it green. I'm not sure, but yeah, coral will probably go in there as well. Here's all the food. Anything that's related to food goes into here, so I'll put this glowberry in here. And then this is where just everything miscellaneous goes. Anything that's made out of wood that I didn't want to put in the other chest. I don't want to fill up the other chest with like boats because there's so many boats lying around. But anything that's made out of just random wood or any kind of wood that isn't a specific wood type, like you don't have jungle composters or oak composters, you just have composters. So those go in here, barrels, chest. Anything that's greenery or was greenery, and all the leaves that I don't have specific chests for, they go in here. So It cleared out my storage area a good bit. I destroyed maybe 2 double chests and then I think 2 barrels. I think I had 4 barrels here. So it really opened that area up a good bit. And I found out that you can put flower pots. So you can put flower pots like this on top of a decorated pot. So it makes it look like there is a flower in this big pot. It looks a little better from down here because if you see this, you can see that the flower pot kind of makes the decorated pot stick out a little bit. Or is that the default? Look, I can't tell if that's the default look. Like this little lip here. Does it change when I put a pot? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. You can put a flower pot on top of a decorated pot and it does not affect the decorated pot's look at all. So I have some potted flowers here. I have a potted azalea, a little potted fern, which again, that one gets a little brown, but it's not too bad, so I kept it. I really like how the azalea stays green. Living in the desert, you have to learn all the different greenery types or plant types that don't turn brown. And like here, like I kind of like how this is brown. It's fine. It kind of goes with the aesthetic. I just have dirt here, and so it's like it's struggling to survive, and it's just kind of around the palm tree here. I kind of like that this is brown, but then in here, the vines. I would prefer if these vines weren't brown. So you just have to find out the things that stay green in the desert. And so this azalea vine that Ashton told me about is huge because that's probably my favorite leaf in the desert now. And yeah, and then the glowberries. So really nice. I'm more pleased with how the inside of this build came out instead of the outside. I'm not super pleased with the outside, but I've taken way too long to get this episode out anyways, so I'm just going to stick with it, run with it. And yeah, we are just going to keep that there. And I wish I could get more done. All I've really done this episode, I guess it's more than what I thought. I've got a granary. I've got the palm tree, which I'm really pleased about the palm tree. I've finished the farms here. And let's go check how much we have built up. This actually builds up way faster than what I originally thought. Yeah, that's a crazy amount. So I've already unloaded. Oh, there's the sandstone that fell in. I've already unloaded. Oh my goodness. See, this is what I mean. I need some sort of. Oh no. Some sort of overload chest. But yeah, this loads a lot quicker than what I thought. So next episode. Well, okay. So I have 2 ideas for the next episode, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to do first. I want to upgrade this endpoint here, and I'm going to put my nether portal here, and there's going to be a watchtower here. And then I also need to upgrade my port because I don't like how this is just... you have stairways to go down here, and then there's nothing here. So I want to do my port, and I also want to do my watchtower. I might end up doing the watchtower first because I want to put my nether portal there, and I need the nether for the quartz to finish up the granary auto farm. So I'll probably do that next. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the watchtower with the nether portal next. That way I can finish up this build and I can get the soul sand for the water elevators and I can get the quartz for the filters. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And so kind of sticking with the same flow of progress, I'm finishing up this whole end of the build and then slowly working my way that way. So once I get this watchtower, everything this way will be done, and then I can start working my way that way. And so it'll probably be the port next, the harbor with maybe some boats, and maybe I need a blacksmith with a auto smelter or a not auto smelter. Everything auto smelts, but what's it called when you just have an array of furnaces? A furnace array. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I need a furnace array. So once I get this watchtower done, we'll start making our way
down this platform and bringing life into it. And yeah, but for this episode, I think I'm done. But this granary just took forever. And again, like what I said in the intro, I was out of the country for like 10 days. So yeah, it just took a little while to get back into the groove. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all on the next episode. So goodbye.